In this video, I'm going to share with you a behind the scenes look at a pre-recorded video of me sharing my feedback about content design work on a course that one of my clients is coming out with. So some of you have asked me over time that you're looking for guidance on maybe, brand colors, brand theme, even brand voice, and what that should look like. Even when it comes down to naming a product or even what it should look like. What does the imagery look like? And I know this comes up a lot in the community where people are always looking for solutions. Does it look good enough? Does it look great? And is it going to be received really well? But listen, at the end of the day, the funniest parts about this industry is sometimes it's not as always about the looks. It's about the quality and the fact that you care enough to give enough value to solve the problem that your client and audience is going to have. Sometimes messier is better. I know that sounds crazy, but there's a lot of procrastination in perfection. So you got to be mindful of that. You don't want to get stuck in the wheel of perfection because it will never be perfect. And actually, if you've noticed if you've been following me for some time, and you've noticed some of my video quality or audio quality hasn't been that great, I do it intentionally. Sometimes, I'll give you an example. I started one of my podcasts. I have a few podcasts out there, and I started one of them completely with let me pull it out for you here. Completely with one of these, simple Apple earbuds that has no audio cancellation. Probably the worst thing you could do in a podcast, right? The noise factor. I'm outside at a cafe, you can hear the traffic and the cars beeping and all this stuff. And I didn't care. You know why? Because I wanted to show my audience that, listen, if you have a phone and a microphone, or just a phone, you can do this. You can get started. There shouldn't be, right now, there's less barrier to entry in this industry than there ever has been. And so sometimes I'll do things to show my own clients and say, look, you can actually do it. Don't get stuck on perfection, because the reality is it's going to get you really stuck into this analysis paralysis. And so my point is, in the video that you're about to see is a behind the scenes look of me doing a pre-recorded video, like a feedback on one of my clients' product design. Now, I just want to share some context to this. And by the way, I can't show you every video from all clients. Obviously, some are NDAs and some are not, and some people are at different stages, but I'm going to share with you into the future some different calls that you might find that could be valuable to you and help you, maybe give you a solution. And by the way, sorry for my own appearance today, but I didn't really care. I've been filming videos all day for the upcoming mastermind. But again, I wanted to get this out to you, and that's what matters most, right? That's what matters most, getting valuable tips to help you build your coaching business and get to your goals even faster. So in this video, I'm sharing the difference between using something like AI design software, or AI chatbots to help you get some design. Now, the issue with this comparing to use designers, and listen, I know we've been testing a bunch of different AI software, and a lot of them are amazing and they're great, whether it's images or video, and it's just getting better and better by the minute, which is fantastic. However, there's some things that AI can't do. So you're going to hear me explain the frustration that this client has been going through for 2 weeks. So if you have been in a situation where you're trying to get the design just right and you're not getting the results, maybe you also have been trying to use AI to get this design results you're looking for. The reality is, if you need to make some specific tweaks or changes, you can't so much. AI is going to regenerate it completely. Now, I think maybe in the future that will change dramatically, but currently right now it's not there. So I still have designers on my team. You'll hear me say that. And some of my designers are actually moving into AI and incorporating that into their work, which is great. But again, if you want that uniqueness specific to branding and theming to your brand, then I would recommend a designer. It doesn't have to be a lot of money from when you're getting started. When you're getting started, you just want something that looks decent. When you start growing maybe to 6 figures and above, you can kind of take your design level to another level, okay? Or especially depending on your market, let's say, I'll give you an example. If you are going for corporates or big companies, enterprise companies, your quality and your quality and attention to detail has to be on another level than, someone you're paying maybe $100 to $500 for, right? So there's a difference in that, and there's a lot of thought. There's actually more thought that goes into that design work than design. So there's a difference there. But when you're getting started, this is for you. I wanted to give you behind the scenes look. And by the way, if you're looking for more of these types of videos, let me know what struggle or challenge you're having, and then I can post more of those from other clients, and then just share that in the comments. All right, here we go. That you were working on through ChatGPT and the design stuff. So I think I'm just going to get right to a point here where I think more in the beginning is where you start talking about your colors and the colors that you want inside of the Groove design kit, right? You told me you had this software and you can make the boxes and all that, and the course bundles and whatnot. So I would recommend probably sticking with that one because you can edit. So the issue with stuff like this, whether it looks futuristic or not, because the reality is it has to be aligned with what you like. So I agree with you. Personally, it looks very futuristic. It looks very intense. It actually looks very technical as well. However, here's a bigger issue, okay? The bigger issue is when you have this design from ChatGPT and you download it as an image, it's downloading probably as a JPEG or something like that. You cannot easily edit these photos, okay? You would have to re-engineer it multiple times. You can't just do a quick change. So again, I've personally not used an AI software to generate course bundles before. I just use designers, and I kind of give them the look and the feel that I want, tell them to match the brand kit and the colors I have. I would suggest starting with that, what are your colors? And you really want to break it down to 3 main colors. Okay, keep it very simple. I'm looking at this. I'm looking at this bottle of Robitussin here for my daughter. But, although there's 3 main colors on here, if you look at Robitussin's main label, it's always going to be the black and the white. As people would know, the logo is black and white. And then, of course, they change some of the flavoring with the color, like red or stuff like that. So, but you can identify quickly things by their logos. Like everybody knows Tylenol is going to be red and white, right? So, there are certain things that you can identify with by using 3 main colors. And that would be, your logo can be one color, and then the font, and maybe a subhead can be another. I wouldn't get too deep this way. Now, here's another thing. I want to give you another option, is I can get you someone to help you design this. Of course, I can work on it with you a little bit more closely, but I would just say hire my designer, okay? I want to say it's $80 to $100 off the top of my head. I really can't remember. We just drafted, I think I showed you this recently. We just drafted one of my clients, all the courses, 10, what do you call it? 10 pieces. So 10 different product items. We did all those for I think $100, and you'll be done and over with it. So, and if you ever want to edit or change something to it, right? You want to change and edit something, you can easily do that just by communicating that to the designer, right? Whether it's words or imagery, all that stuff. So that would be my best recommendation. Unfortunately, I've never gone down this road with using AI for products because you cannot edit so well from what I know from my experience so far. But if you have another experience, and I can hear most of your frustration throughout your video is that, right? You're trying to get AI to produce what you're looking for. Now, if you don't mind it so much, if you don't mind it, see how the words are all, mixed up here? If you keep hashing through it and you don't mind the end result like that so much, then go for it. But just know, if you are trying to create another product with that same theme, it's going to be very difficult because it's not going to be able to align the same colors and look and feel and even fonts and stuff like that. Does that make sense? Hope so. In summary, thanks. Happy New Year to yourself as well. We're currently in Florida, and we're going to be here probably for another, I think 15 days or so down here in Orlando at Disney. And actually, I think the last time we chatted, or the first few times we chatted, I was in Connecticut, or we met, and I was in Orlando with my other daughter. So anyway, yeah, but everything's been going well, and I wish the same to you and your family, more health, happiness, and success in this coming year. And it's going to be a great year for you, bud. I truly believe that. So let me know about your feedback about this video and what I mentioned, and I'll talk to you soon.